NASA Associate Administrator Rex Jevin. And Rex, another crew en route to the International Space Station. First time you've been to Baikonur, your impressions on this launch that now extends the permanent human presence aboard the station?
It was a great launch from my point of view. I mean, this is a very lean operation, but it's done very well. And launch was smooth, uneventful, the kind we like. So it was great.
It's a very challenging increment that lies ahead, one that hopefully will see the resumption of station assembly. How important in this juncture of this year was this launch to get this off the ground?
Well, it was extremely important. It's extremely important to get this launch off, and it's certainly at least that important to get the shuttle back up, because we've got to get things back in order and resume construction of the space station.
Coming up on 45 years since Yuri Gagarin launched from the same launch pad you just saw Expedition 13 depart from, your sense of history from this site that you saw at today's launch?
Just a remarkably historical location here. It's amazing to me that we've been in the space business for nearly a half a century. And just to be a part of that, be part of this historical event is remarkable.
And finally, you had a chance to talk to Anatoly Permanov, the head of the Russian Federal Space Agency. You've been meeting with other folks down here. Your sense of the strength of the partnership now more than 3 years after the loss of Columbia, and the Russians' ability to maintain our capability of having a presence on board the station?
Well, the partnership is as important as it's ever been, and I think it's probably in as good a state as it's ever been as well. We have our agreements in order. Of course, we got the INA treaty extension, the INA legislation that we needed, and it's a very strong partnership, and I think both sides are pleased with what's happening in the state of cooperation.
Very good. That's it. Thanks, Rex.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Catch you later. You're up, Kirk. I appreciate it. Okay. Kirk Shireman, Deputy ISS Program Manager. Kirk, your thoughts watching a new crew head for the International Space Station today?
Well, it was really exciting. It was the first chance I've ever had to watch a Soyuz launch, and while it's different from a shuttle, it was extremely exciting in its own way. It was a beautiful launch on a beautiful day here in Baikonur. I was really pleased to be here, and it's a really big event for the space station.
We talked the other day about this point in time of this year being a milestone for station operations. How critical was it for the crew and Marcus Pontes of Brazil to get off the ground today to get this mission underway?
Well, I see this as almost a new beginning for the space station. This crew that left today is going to be the crew that, first of all, expands to a 3-person crew, which is a big event for the space station, and also sets the table for us to continue construction later on in their expedition. So it's a really big event, and we're looking forward to continuing the build of the International Space Station.
What are your thoughts as you stand in the middle of a Central Asian desert, watching an operation tick off as smoothly as this one did, in the same fashion as it did almost 45 years ago when Yuri Gagarin left the planet from the same launch pad?
Well, it's really amazing. I had the opportunity here in the last few days to go around and see some of the history, see some museums, a cottage that Gagarin stayed in the night before he launched, and the entire complex and the people that work here. There's certainly a sense of history every step you take, every place you visit. So it was it's an exciting time. I think next week, April 12th, will be the anniversary of Gagarin's flight, and you certainly felt like part of him was here today.
Final question, Kirk. It's a busy handover period between the two crews coming up after docking on Saturday. How about the handover? How smoothly will it go? What will Jeff Williams and Pavel Vinogradov bring to station operations?
Well, of course, the handover is always a busy time. There's a number of experiments that Marcus will be doing along with the other crew members, and then certainly getting familiar with, for Jeff and Pavel to become familiar with their new home for the next 6 months. So that's a big event. It takes a little time for Bill MacArthur and Valery Tokarev to explain to them and show them exactly where everything is and how to live and work aboard the space station. We had that planned out. The crew that's currently on orbit has been preparing items, already pre-packing the Soyuz to help make the time more efficient while they're up there. So we're looking for a very efficient time while they're up there, and hopefully an easily adaptation for Jeff and Pavel.
And what will Pavel and Jeff bring to station operations during what certainly will be a challenging increment?
Well, they bring their own unique skills. Both of them are veteran astronauts and cosmonauts, so they'll bring their past with them, and again, their experience will help us continue to build on the space station.
Very good.
All right.
Thank you, Kirk.
My pleasure.